Hey everybody, I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. It's been a minute since I did a video. Decided I would throw something out here for you. I went thrift store shopping the other day and I came across something. I had been considering buying a vise, been needing one. You know, if you're going to work on old hot rod trucks and stuff, you're going to need a vise from time to time. So I went thrift store shopping and I came across one that I had been contemplating going to the old Hobo Freight and picking up one there, but I decided that the metal these days, it just ain't what it used to be. So I found this one, and so now we're going to take a look at it and clean it up. I ended up getting this thing for 30 bucks. The guy had 40 listed on it. Sorry about the road noise. I live a little close to a road there. Decided to pick it up, and you know, he took 30 for it, and so I'm gonna make use of it. So let's get into it. Notice it's got the pipe jaws in there too, so that's going to be handy. So I believe I'll let the sun bake that guy dry, and then I don't know, man. What do you think? Should I put a paint job on it? Leave it as it is, look vintage? I don't know. We'll check it out. Let you know. Alright, so we're back with the vise I got at the thrift shop. Hey, let's take a look at this thing. I believe I'll make it into something very usable. What I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and tear it down. Be sure it's greased good, cleaned it up the best I can. I might even put some paint on it, you never know. So stay with me, we'll take a look at this. Here we go. You know, mounted to whatever you got it mounted on. Of course, you want it to stay in place when you get it set where you want it while you're working on something. You know, when you get it clamped in there good, you want it to stay still for sure. No doubts about that. So this guy right here, we'll just take it right out. It's one of those old school, completely square head bolts. I mean, just as square as could be, right? Interesting. 9/16 inch wrench took it right out. Then this guy over here is what you would tension it with. That would pull against that 9/16. So it's going to come right out as well. All right, we'll take it out. Just yeah, easy peasy. Unscrew this guy out. Okay. Then the bolt that is on that, the tension. Okay, so now we've got that released, and we'll set this over here. And this is the whole swivel mechanism. You know, if I didn't want it to swivel, I could just, you know, bolt it straight down, but hey, I got the ability to swivel, so I think we'll work with the swivel. So that's what it looks like, top and bottom. This guy here, when you tighten up these guys, Again, a square head. You know, it pulls against this, tightens it into that ring, holds everything still. So I'm gonna give this guy a clean up with the old wire brush, you know what I mean, and maybe put some paint on it. I don't know. Let's take a look here and see what happens. So all right, let me reach over here and get the old wire brush.
Days later.
So after working on this thing for a good while with the wire brush and such, I just decided that I needed some extra help on this. So I took this to a friend who has a blaster cabinet and had him hit it with the sandblaster for me. So that cleaned up nicely. It was very scaly rust. I did pick up some of this, but I just felt like the sandblaster was going to do a better job. So we sandblasted it. Well, now I feel like it's probably time to put a little primer on it. Got me a piece of good old Amazon box. You know how handy these things are. We get a bunch of them around here too, I'll tell you that. So got some good old primer sealer. We're going to throw a little of this on it. I've already pre-shook it, but hey, makes a good video. there's one side of it looking good. Whew. Wave that off there. So I'll go get it here in a minute. I figure while we're waiting on that to dry, maybe I'll clean up this I think you call it a tension handle, something to that effect. Anyway, we'll hit it with the L wire brush real quick. Come to the conclusion that a person needs a vise to clamp vise parts in to refinish a vise. Yeah, go figure, right? So nonetheless though, that guy cleaned up a little bit better. I'm not trying to make it perfect, but just knock the scale off and definitely make it usable. Looks good. I see that it's splayed open a little bit, so we might take the hammer and give her a little whack, close that thing up just a hair. Since we got a anvil on our vise here, we'll set it on there, give her a little whack. That did about what I was wanting it to do. Bada bing done. Alright, it's been a few minutes. I figure the sun's probably flashed off that primer, so I'm gonna go fetch it. Be right back. Got that thing dried. We're gonna flip it over and hit the other side. And back out to the sun we go. While we're waiting on that next piece to flash off good, I got to looking. Might ought to take a look at these pipe jaws, see if they need any attention. This one was pretty loose, came right out. I believe that's in good shape. Don't see any reason to tinker with that too much. We'll put it right back in there. And on the inside here, same thing, doesn't need a whole lot. I think we'll just put it right back. I believe that'll work. So I've been looking at this on the inside of these, the screws that hold the replaceable jaws in. The metal is mushroomed down around it. Not sure if I should really mess with that, since how I'd like for this thing to survive, because I probably could make a mess of that, but maybe I'll look at it a little later. If you got any suggestions on how to roll that back, how to deal with those, and maybe can I get new jaws, hit it in the comments below down there. Let me know. I'm not a device expert, but I'm sure there's some of you out there that are, so hit it down below. Hey, while we're on the subject, why don't you, if you don't mind, give me a big like, a big subscribe, you know. Share it with your friends too. You know, I enjoy this. Love to tell you about the stuff that we do here on this channel, and you know, appreciate the help to grow it a little bit. So thanks again. Hey, I believe it's probably time to go take a look and see if that base is flashed off good. She's dry, ready to go. Let's get to work reassembling this thing. We got ahead of ourselves. Forgot to put this guy in. We're gonna have to back up, take another look at this. I think we'll throw a dab of grease on this guy just to keep her easy to use. Anybody that knows about this kind of grease right here, of course I'll have this in my hair and all over me here. brutally simple device, no pun intended. So I believe I'm going to mount this guy right here on my rolling toolbox. Sure will be handy. I believe I'm going to try to line these corner bolts up to where I'm closer to the edge to really provide some extra strength, torque, you know, if I need to really lean on this thing trying to loosen something. So maybe we'll do that in a future video, but I believe for now I'm gonna say this project's done. You know, I've seen other guys on the YouTube and the Patreons really take them down and completely restore them. You know, I'm gonna beat and bang on this thing. I just didn't see any need to really make her shine, but I did want to take care of the rust on that tension plate to be sure that it hangs around for a while. So appreciate you watching. Thanks again. If you don't mind, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your friends, tell everybody about it. Comment below, you know, if you see something I did that could have done better, or would you do it different? Hey, let me know. I'm all about learning. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.